This is Russ. I'm headed back from the Botanic Gardens. Yeah, I rode the entire path back to the street level, and now I'm back on the street. Now, I did this video before as well, but it was when I went to visit my in-laws, a couple of my in-laws, on a separate ride. So this is a ride that's identical because I'm heading back in the same direction, but I wanted to do it because we have more width with the GoPro and we have more stability. So I'll put a link so that if you want to see how bad the other one looked like, you can look at that one too. But I think you'll agree that it's a lot smoother with this one. And now you get to see other things besides just straight ahead. You'll see some stuff on the sides as well. And I'm not going to take you all the way back until I get back home, because that would mean about an hour and 15-minute ride, something like that. Because that's how long it took me to get to the bike path. 1 hour and 10, 1 hour and 15, something like that. So we're not going to make this that long. I'm going to take you through the main areas that would be interesting, which means this road, because we kind of share this with other cars, but this is a bike path or bike lane that I'm on. You know, these bike lanes are really narrow. They don't give you a whole lot of space, and all the gravel that gets pushed out from the cars gets pushed out onto this bike path. So or bike lane. So you got to be careful. You don't want to be slipping out from underneath the gravel. So I have already gone. I don't know how many miles have I gone already. Stop here. Semi-stop. I've gone 42 miles already. In all, it'll be over 60 miles to get back home. Go there, come back home. See, here we've actually lost the bike lane because there is no more bike lane. Later on, we'll be on Central, and Central has a bike lane, but also you lose the bike lane. You get some of it, you don't get all of it. That makes it tough. Alright, so this is Waukegan Road. No, that whole area that we just started out at, it's actually my old neighborhood. Like I said in the other video, I grew up in that general area. I've ridden the bike path before as I was growing up. I rode it until I couldn't ride anymore. Then I had to give up riding altogether because my knees were going bad. And now with the e-bike, I'm back on it. So yeah, come full circle. But I'm glad to be able to do it. All right. So yeah, this whole area is essentially my old neighborhood as I was growing up. Well, not this part of it, but Morton Grove. Yeah, we've had some famous people grow up in Morton Grove. Who grew up in Morton Grove? Bart Connor. You guys know Bart? Bart's gymnast, married Nadia Comaneci, Yeah, Bart was in my class. Graduating class of 76, high school, Niles West. We also went to the same junior high. And who else? Marlee Matlin, is that her name? The actress who's also deaf. She's from Morton Grove, I learned. Yeah, she went to my junior high as well. Not at the time when I went, but just saying. At least that's what I believe. Alright, so we're crossing these roads here. I was lucky to be able to cross Harlem really quickly there. Shermer Road is also another busy road. So we've got to wait our turn here. We'll go after this. Overall, traffic was not bad coming here. Doesn't seem too bad going back so far. You know, if you hit certain hours of the day, if you don't hit rush hour, you know, people going to work, people coming back from work, if you don't hit those times, it's usually not too bad. There was a time I didn't even want to ride on the streets. Remember that? early e-bike days. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't done it in so long, you don't want to get on the street with cars. It's kind of scary. But that's changed. I've gotten a lot better. A lot better riding. Leg strength is better. Knee strength is better. So yeah, I can get out further. Added batteries, right? Changed out both batteries. Well, I should say changed out one battery. The battery that came with the RadRover, I ended up selling and bought a second triangle battery with it. So I had the one triangle battery first when I still had the RadRover's original battery. Decided to get rid of the RadRover battery and add a secondary battery. And that's what's given me all the range to be able to go all the places I want to go to. Yeah, I know not everybody does what I do. Not everybody wants to travel that distance, but I don't have a bike rack. I won't be getting a bike rack, I should say. And so traveling to areas with my bike is more important at this point, so having the extra range is important for me. So let me tell you why I'm not going to be getting a bike rack, because people have asked me several times. Well, you got to put it on a car. I will be losing my car in April because I leased my car. And since I'm not working, we've decided that we're going to drop down to one car between me and my wife. And of course, she's still working, so she needs the car to go to work. So if she's taking the car to go to work, I have no car to put a bike rack on. Does that make sense? That is why we will not be getting a bike rack. Now, when she finally retires, if she decides she wants to get an e-bike at that time, then we might be getting a bike rack. But that could be several years down the road. So the bike rack is not in my future. So I need to get used to riding my bike wherever I want to go. Of course, that doesn't work too well in the winter because I'm not planning to ride during the winter. So yeah, I'm gonna be kind of homebound at that point. Okay. We have got to cross this road. We can't see because parked cars in the way. You can't really see it. Okay, we can go now. I jump off the bike. You know that, right? I don't stay on the seat. So I'm straddling the bike and of course trying to move the bike up at the same time. Not that easy. Yeah, I gotta avoid potholes. Potholes is a real thing here in Chicago area. We're swinging wide to avoid the garbage truck. Yep, and I have been doing my best trying to stop at the stop signs. Okay, occasionally you may see me blow one or two off. If I don't notice it, and I don't notice it in time, I'll probably end up blowing it off. So, but I am making the effort. Some areas you just kind of look at it and say, why bother? There's no cars around. There's nobody around. Why bother? But hey, I'm still trying. I am doing my best. But, you know, it's going to be kind of like these rolling stops. They're not going to be full solid stops. You know, if there's nobody around, that's good enough. For me, it's good enough. All right, as we approach Goff Mill Shopping Center. This is Milwaukee Avenue. All right, will we be able to trigger anything? I don't think so. I think we're going to be standing here for a while. I don't think this is going to, unless it turns by itself. Good. There's a lady across the way that's just pushed the button, which will trigger the light for us. She was running. She's on her left. She looks really tired. All right. Yeah, she was running pretty good, so yeah, she's tired. She's getting more exercise than me, believe me. They've been working on this road for a while because they were working on it when I first came here about a month or so ago. A little over a month ago. Sorry, I blew it off. But there was no cars. And that car was way off. I mean, it's a detour. Come on. Give me a break. It's also tough sometimes to give hand signals. If you're hitting the brakes, I can't give the hand signal.
Head west on Davis Street toward North Clifton Avenue. In 400 feet, turn right toward West Church Street. Turn right toward West Church Street, then turn left to West Church Street.
So the map program I'm using right now is Google Maps. Google Maps set up for biking. I find that using Google Maps gives me better directions getting to Morton Grove. But the Bike Map app works better on other areas. So you have to kind of use different map programs to see which ones work best for you for where you're planning on going. Let's see. Let this guy go. Yeah, this detour makes it tougher because now I got to go onto this road. And I've got to get over to this lane because I'm going to take a left. Just let these people know I am turning here. They should know I'm in the turn lane, so I tend to think they would know. Again, with cars here, you can't make the turn, you're kind of stuck. But the detour, you see this thing here? That detour is what messes us up. If that wasn't there, I'd be just going straight through. So yeah, I've been pedaling quite a bit coming here. I pedaled a little bit while I was on the path coming back, so I won't be pedaling a whole lot. Heading back now. Well, kind of a combo. So what's the total split between the pedaling and the non-pedaling? I'd say this time around it's probably 65-35. 35% pedaling, 65% throttling. I usually try to do a 50-50 at least, but considering the distance involved that we were doing today, that's as good as I can get. Yeah, overall, it's a nice ride, but it's a commitment of a lot of time to do it. You gotta know that you're gonna take an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes to get there, hour and 10, hour 15 to get home, then do the trail, and get back from the trail. So it is quite a bit. But I'm not tired from it. I haven't gotten off the bike other than to change my battery out and things. I do need both batteries to do this. Cannot do it on a single battery. It's just too much distance. Even the best e-bikes that claim that they can do, 60 miles or whatever, that's on ideal situations. That's assuming you're pedaling all the way through. So if you take all that off and saying that you're going to pedal and you're also going to throttle and you're going to go fast and all that, and you weigh a certain amount, you're carrying a certain amount, those numbers start dropping really fast. So I think you're lucky if you can get 40 miles out of a bike battery. If you weigh as much as I do or carry as much stuff as I do, you're lucky if you get 40 miles. So these extended batteries, these larger batteries, obviously have more range. And I need both of these batteries to do what I just did. I'll have a lot of leftover mileage left on the second battery, of course. I'm not going to use both to the fullest. I usually drain one. I bring it down to 1 bar on the thing. When the bar starts blinking, I swap out the battery. And then I use the second battery on the way back, but it doesn't drain the second battery. I think based on how I was riding, 65-35, I can expect, I'm gonna say, between 35 to 40 miles of ride time per battery easily. So let's say 80 miles, okay? Let's say you can get between the two batteries 80 miles. This Botanic Garden trip is 60, I think last time it measured out at 64 miles. So yeah, you need both batteries to do it. Speed limit 25. Well, let's give it the 25. What are we doing here? 22. 23. And we're going up a hill. Okay, let's pedal for a while.
In 800 feet, North T Road turns slightly left and becomes Harrison Street.
Yeah, see, these streets that it picks are less traveled roads, which is what you need. But there's the point where you can't avoid it. I mean, there's like Beckwith that we were just on. You can't avoid that. You have to do it to get there. And
In 1,000 feet, turn right into Potter Road.
and then Central you have to take. There's no way to avoid that. You got to take that. So there's certain roads you got no choice. You've got to be on the major road with all the cars. These look like either condos or apartments on the left.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Central Road.
Alright, so we're going to be approaching Central Road. Now you're going to see again, it starts out without a bike lane, then it becomes a bike lane, then you lose the bike lane again. So you only get it for certain parts, you don't get it for all of it. That's what makes it tough. If the entire thing was a bike lane, then it would be easy, but it isn't. I will say this, I've been able to avoid washroom the entire time. Let's just hope it stays that way. So you can see we're just waiting for our turn to cross here. When one is finally ready, then the other side isn't. So you just gotta wait. All right. All right, so you can stay safe over here, but then you're gonna run out of this. Now stuff like this, I definitely throttle, and I throttle fast because I want to get off this road as fast as I can. So I don't take my time on these. I want to move and move quick. There's one car behind me, but he's gonna have to wait. Even over here on the shoulder, that's all gravel. All right, so we don't get bike path until right here. Now we get a bike path. So all those cars just had to wait their turn. Sometimes, you know, you have to take the lane. You stay about a third of the way into the lane, because if you try to get to the edge, some of these guys won't move over and they'll crowd you. If you're in their lane, they can't pass you. They've got to wait for you. That's really the safest way to do it. They may not like it, but that's just too bad, because you're in your legal right to do it. You got to do whatever gives you the safest route or safest way to do it. All right, off to our left-hand side is Oakton Community College. Now, we mentioned this before in the last video I did with this. Maybe you can see it better. Okay, this is a stoplight. Technically, I could keep going because there's nothing holding me back from going. But hey, we'll stop. We'll take a break. I look at it as a break at this point. Of course, these other guys are probably wondering, why is the bike guy stopping? And look at all these crab apples here too. I mean, trying to avoid these crab apples. All the crab apples are on the bike lane. Come on. I'm trying to kill the bike riders. Low-hanging branches. That's not good. Always look out for low-hanging branches. I got hit in the face the other day. I think I mentioned that before. There's never been a low-hanging branch through the areas I was going through, and then all of a sudden there's this low-hanging branch. It hit my cell phone holder, and then came up and hit me in the face. Now here's another brave soul in front of us, riding his bike on the bike path. We're gonna end up overtaking him though. He's going pretty fast though, for a regular bike. Alright, I'm gonna pass him up. Passed them up and came back onto the bike lane. I like that. Crossing the Des Plaines River. I think we are technically in Des Plaines right now. Got another bug hit me in the face. You get a lot of bugs in the face. Alright, we still maintain the bike lane. For a little while, at least. All right. We're actually doing pretty good. Eventually, we will run out of bike lane again. I will have to say that whenever I pass lawn cutting services, it's usually a lot of dust and everything that gets popped up. Even with my sunglasses on, that doesn't stop it from going around. All right. gravel here. A lot of gravel and everything there. You hear it popping on your tires. This is how you get a flat, going over stuff like that. All right, we're gonna run out of bike lane coming up in a second here, which will put us back on the street with the cars. And this car will have to know I've got to come into his lane because we don't have any more bike lane. All right, we're coming up to Wolf Road, Central and Wolf Road. So these roads are probably the most dangerous roads that I'm taking out of this whole trip. Central, this part of Central, a little bit of Beckwith, but Beckwith has a bike lane, so really that's not so bad. It's really this, because there is no bike lane anymore. So this type of thing, I will take about a third into the lane, forcing whoever might end up being behind me to either change lanes or just wait. I'm doing about 23.7 miles an hour right now. Okay, 24.7. I don't think this thing ever hits 25. All right, we are now in Mount Prospect. Yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of what some of the roads look like around here. All right, we'll go a little further. Keep you with me for a while. Once we get into the side streets, I'll let you go at that point. But as long as we're on the big roads, you might as well take the ride with me. So this is Rand Road. That's our cross street here. We are on Central in Mount Prospect. Okay, so there's cars behind me now. So there's no way to no way to protect yourself out here. You just have to hope that they see you and that they move over. Okay? And this is why I wear the safety vest, because you're more visible. My headlights are on, my tail light is blinking. Sometimes you just gotta ride the road with the cars. Now, smart cars would move over to the other lane, which I think these guys have already done. Avoid the bike guy. Stay away from the bike guy. yeah, overall, it was a pretty good ride today. It's a good ride getting there, good ride going to the Botanic Gardens, and a good ride back. I had a feeling I was supposed to turn, but I didn't do it. Let's see, what road is this? Maybe we'll turn on this road. We're near the Mount Prospect Public Library, which is to our left. All right, I think we're gonna have to turn on this road. All right, let's see what it tells me to do. Sometimes I miss the terms. Not paying attention, not looking at the map. I am on Main Street. I will take a left, I think, at that light that's coming up. But I think to do this left, since they're not used to having bikes on the road there, so I'm going to go to the crosswalk and then take the left. Unless there's no cars. No, not safe for me to do it. So I will come up here and take the left from this. Actually, let me see if I can take a left here. I think I could do it here. Alright, I've got to avoid this guy.
On West Gregory Street for 3/4 of a mile.
Yep. Dust in the eyes again because of the lawn services. Alright, so let's get off of this thing. And let's go over here. It's a struggle sometimes. Alright, from this point on, everything is a side street. So, I appreciate you guys following along, watching my my ride through some major streets to get home from the Botanic Gardens. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys next time.